Picture this. You're standing on Saturn, floating in its thick atmosphere. Above you, a potato-shaped moon slowly moves across the sky. But this isn't just any moon. As it passes in front of the sun, something magical happens. The eclipse doesn't look like Earth's perfect circle. Instead, the shadow has bumpy edges, creating the most bizarre and beautiful eclipse you've ever imagined. Now here's the shocking part. Most people on Earth have never even considered this possibility. We think Earth has the best eclipses in the solar system. Our moon perfectly covers the sun. The corona glows, the sky goes dark. It's incredible. But what if I told you that Saturn has eclipses that happen every few weeks? What if Jupiter's moons create multiple eclipses at the same time? What if there are places where eclipses last for hours instead of minutes? You've been comparing nothing. You've seen one type of eclipse and decided it was the best. That's like eating one flavor of ice cream and declaring yourself an expert on desserts. If you're ready to have your mind completely changed about eclipses, hit that like button and subscribe to support this channel. Trust me, by the end of this lecture, you'll never think about Earth's eclipses the same way again. You believe Earth has the best eclipse. The moon covers the sun almost perfectly. You see the glowing corona around a dark circle. It looks like the universe planned this for us. We call it perfect. We call it rare. We say we are lucky. These words feel true because the experience is powerful. When the sky goes dark in the middle of the day, something moves inside you. And when something moves you, you assume it must be the best. But here's the problem. You never ask what best means. Does it mean most beautiful, most rare, most scientifically interesting? You skipped that question entirely. You felt amazed, so you declared victory. This is not understanding. This is emotion pretending to be logic. Before we can compare eclipses across the solar system, we must first admit something uncomfortable. We assumed Earth was special before we checked anywhere else. That assumption has to go. When you witness a total eclipse, your brain does something strange. Time slows down. Your heart beats faster. Some people cry. Others call it spiritual. The experience feels like proof that this must be special. But your brain is not measuring the eclipse. It is reacting to sudden darkness, to cold air, to confusion. Evolution built you to notice sudden changes in the sky. A predator might be coming. Something might be wrong. Your emotional response is a survival tool, not a scientific instrument. When millions of people feel the same awe, we assume that confirms something. It does not. Shared emotion is still just emotion. If everyone on Earth agrees that our eclipse is beautiful, that tells us about human brains. It tells us nothing about other planets. Physics does not care what moves you. An eclipse on Jupiter does not become worse because no human has cried while watching it. Experience is real, but experience is not evidence. If we cannot use feelings, what can we use? We need numbers. We need things we can measure. Start with angular size. This means how big something looks in the sky, not how big it actually is. Our moon and sun appear almost the same size. That is why the moon can block the sun but leave the corona visible. This ratio matters. Next, consider frequency. Earth gets a total eclipse somewhere every 18 months, but Callisto creates eclipses on Jupiter every 16 days. Which is better, rare or regular? Then there is atmosphere. Earth's air scatters light and creates that glowing horizon during totality. Pluto has almost no atmosphere. Even a perfect eclipse there would feel like ordinary night. Finally, duration. Some eclipses last seconds. Others last hours. When we list these criteria, something becomes clear. The word best was hiding our confusion. We were never asking one question. We were asking many questions and pretending they had one answer. We need a new way to think about this. Forget best for now. Instead, ask what conditions create visual drama. Think of it like tears. Some eclipses block the sun completely and show the corona. Some block too much and look like nighttime. Some block too little and need special glasses to notice. Each tier describes a different experience, not a ranking of worth. This framework helps us compare strange places. Saturn has moons shaped like potatoes. Their eclipses have uneven edges. Is that better or worse than our round moon? The framework says neither. It says different. But this model has limits. When you reach Pluto, the sun is just a bright dot. The framework still works, but the results feel disappointing. An eclipse there is technically real. It is also boring to human eyes. Simple ideas like bigger moons are better fail quickly. Bigger moons block too much. They erase the corona entirely. Structure matters more than size. Conditions matter more than intuition. From Earth, the sun looks like a bright disk. From Saturn, it appears 10 times smaller. From Neptune, it looks barely larger than Jupiter does in our night sky. From Pluto, it is just a very bright star. This changes everything about eclipses. Pluto has moons that are the right size to create perfect eclipses. Styx and Kerberos could block the sun exactly. But block what? A point of light has no corona to reveal. There is no disk to dramatically cover. The sun simply disappears, and it feels like ordinary night. Nothing is broken here. The physics works the same way. A moon still passes in front of a light source, but the experience collapses into nothing special. Your intuition resists this. An eclipse should be dramatic. That resistance comes from living on Earth, where the sun has size and presence. The universe did not promise drama, we just assumed it everywhere. We want a winner. First place, second place, third place. Our brains demand order, but consider this. Earth's eclipse is rare and emotional. Callisto's eclipse on Jupiter happens every 16 days for 3 years straight. Saturn's moons Pandora and Prometheus create both total and annular eclipses with potato-shaped shadows. Saturn's rings cast spectacular shadows across the planet. Which wins? It depends what you value. If you want rarity, Earth wins. If you want frequency, Jupiter wins. If you want variety, Saturn wins. Each answer is correct. Each answer contradicts the others. Physics describes all these eclipses without choosing favorites. Equations do not rank beauty. They only describe what happens. Our need for hierarchy comes from memory. We remember Earth's eclipse. It becomes our anchor. Everything else gets compared to that anchor. Remove the anchor, and best loses all meaning. You are left with different eclipses, not better or worse ones. You want one answer. The best eclipse declared once and accepted forever. This feels reasonable. Surely the universe has a winner somewhere. It does not. Saturn's rings create shadows that look like art. Earth's moon reveals the corona perfectly. Callisto delivers eclipses with reliable frequency. Each claims victory under different rules. No master framework exists to settle the dispute. This is not a flaw in our thinking, this is reality. The question which is best assumes a single measuring stick. But there are dozens of measuring sticks, and none outranks the others. Every planet slices the question differently. Every answer is valid within its own criteria. The only wrong answer is claiming one answer is universally correct. Your intuition hates this. You want a podium with medals. The universe offers a library with different books. None is the main one. You started with certainty. Earth has the best eclipse. You end with questions. What does best even mean? This feels like failure. It is actually progress. Your old intuition collapsed. Earth stopped being automatically special. That certainty was replaced by criteria, by frameworks, by better questions. Instead of assuming an answer, you learn to examine the question itself. This discomfort is required. Understanding means accepting that some questions have no single answer. Language like best fails because it promises simplicity where none exists. Reality is layered. Each layer reveals new complexity. Certainty was the sign you stopped thinking too early. You felt satisfied before you understood anything. Now you feel confused because you actually see the problem. The confusion means you finally understand what you are asking. Which planet has the best eclipse? The question is impossible, and that impossibility is the answer.